Good morning. I wanted to send out this video in preparation for the trial that you have coming up. You'll be getting this video a few days or weeks before the trial, and I just wanted to go over a couple of the things that you need to be aware of so that you feel comfortable as possible, but also prepared as possible. You and I will be on the phone to discuss my plan of action at the trial, and you'll remember this is the day that we prove your case. This is the day that I'll be asking the questions, and this is the day that you will be able to show and explain what exactly did happen. And so we will carry you through that question by question, and I'll be talking with you specifically with regard to your case and about what we're looking for the judge to really catch attention to. One of the key things is at a trial, the judge is sitting there and he has not heard the case. He has not heard all of the delays. He's not heard of all the problems. He has not heard of anything with regard to your case other than the pleadings and the parties' representations made at the mandatory settlement conference and then in pretrial conferencing with the judge before we actually take testimony. So he doesn't know all that you know, all that I know, all that the defense knows. So it's very important that you recognize we have to prove pretty much everything. From the get-go, your employment, your injury, and the body parts, etc., treatment, and then current symptoms, and its impact on you. We'll go through all of that, but I just want you to know you kind of get an idea about what's going to be covered at a trial. I'll be asking all the questions, and when I'm completed with all the questions and proving our case, then the defense has an opportunity to cross-examine you or ask questions that they will do. They're not going to take your deposition. The judge won't let them do that. Okay, they've already done that or had an opportunity to do that. What the judge allows them to do is ask questions about the case that we have presented to him. Because remember, aside from reading the medicals and listening to the parties, he doesn't know anything about your case. So we will do that at the direct, and then the defendant will have an opportunity to ask you questions to clarify perhaps or to make his points so that the judge understands what the values are. How should you dress at a trial? Good question. I say dress comfortably, but politely and respectful to the court. I'm going to be wearing a coat and tie just like I am now, right? But you shouldn't, unless you wear a coat and tie at your work. That doesn't mean you should wear your work shirt. You should wear something clean and something that you show respect to the judge, but it doesn't have to be fancy. If you're a female, you do not have to put on makeup. They see lots of people in a given week, so this is not something to do a fashion show or worry about how you're looking. Combed hair, washed face, clean hands, and a shirt, open collar shirt is probably better than a t-shirt for a guy, and for a lady, a blouse, or something along that line. So that's what I would suggest as far as the dress. As far as the timing, you need to know that there's a very real possibility that on the very first time we're set for trial, your case may not be heard by the judge. And the reason is very simple. There's usually 5 cases set on any given time, any given day before that judge. So he can't hear all 5 cases. Maybe one can be continued. Maybe another will be settled. Maybe one will be a continuation trial, and those would have priority. Or it's a case where either the applicant or a witness is coming from out of state, and they would take priority. So if you're going to just try your case and we're not going to resolve it, then we may not get out on that first day. It would be continued to the next available day, which is usually about 3 to 4 weeks. But you need to be prepared, because if we have priority or if we are able to get out to trial, the judge will try the case that day. He won't delay based upon the fact, I'm not really ready. No, you need to be ready. You need to prepare for this. And we will do that by our discussion on the phone. But I wanted to kind of give you an idea about the general way that a trial is going to go forward. The judge has the opportunity to ask you questions if that's his desire as well. He probably won't. If the case goes well, he might ask for a few clarifications. So that's basically what we'll be doing with the trial. It's not to be something to be afraid of, but it is something to be respectful for. It is also something to be prepared for, and it's also something that will be done under oath. So it's important that you remember to keep your answers straight, short, just like we did in the deposition, and I think everything will be fine in that respect. So we'll be in touch with you by phone to fully prep you with regard to the specific facts of your case, in the next few weeks in preparation for that trial. Hopefully this has been helpful for you, and we'll talk soon, I know. Thanks.